there's a life I could have known, one beyond my wildest dreams. Maybe that road could have carried me to streets of gold, but things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wondered what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, that would have kept me from the one I had today. Time's gone by, I've traded like dirt into clay. I thought my memories would end. One street over's now 1,000 miles away. When I close my eyes, I'm back to where I've been. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, that would have kept me from the one I had today. I took a walk one street over from my home, cracked and broken asphalt everywhere. I could have ended up just like that broken road, with a dead end in my path. Thank the Lord that I've got more than that. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I won't forget the lessons that I don't deserve. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, that would have kept me from the one I love today.
Hello, good morning. This is 1100 WSG. I'm U-Turn LaVern, and this is One Street Over. Ridgetop Ramblers singing us in, as they always do, that wonderful song we heard for the first time at the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival, and I mentioned that because the festival is around the corner. It is going to be coming up we're just a few weeks out. It's on the 15th and 16th of May. I'll be getting with Barry and Rebecca Richards to get them in here to talk more about that, because they're on the board, and they're of course founding sponsors of the festival, and we just love it so much. So we'll be talking more about that as we get closer and closer. But today it is VSO Day, and Abigail Sacic.
Yeah.
It's really not that hard of a name, but what is the origin of that name? That's your married name.
Yes, that's my husband's name.
Yes,
He's Bosnian.
He's Bosnian. That's cool. That's cool. My husband's family are from Bohemia.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and his grandfather immigrated from Bohemia when he was like 2, so little.
Yeah.
But their name is, they immigrated under the name Vivio, Wiwial, I think I've got that right. The family up there is going, LaVern, don't even try. And they changed it to Vivio to simplify it. Is all there is to it. But anyway, Abigail's here. She is our wonderful VSO officer here. We've got Scott as well, that is, he is the director there at the VSO office. Scott Irwin, and then we have my sweet friend Gwen. We were just talking about the problems I'm having with names lately, and I mean, I'm still just so embarrassed that Scott was in here the other day, and I just went blank on his name. I did the same thing to David Mitchell with Ridgetop Ramblers one time. I've known him 20-something years. Went blank. And it was actually on his last name, not his first name. But I'm just like, what in the world? And I know I'm in my 60s now, but they say if you don't realize you're forgetting stuff, that's when you're in trouble. The fact that I realize I'm forgetting stuff, it just means I got so much up here. It's getting crowded, right?
Starting to start dumping off the back.
That's right. I need to, filter some things out. And now that I'm teaching, oh my goodness. But it's so much fun. All right. And real quickly, we have end of course testing going on in the schools. Get your kids to school on time, rested, ready to go. High school kids need to make sure their laptops are charged, all the things. And Lee Marie, the reason I was trying to call you earlier, please be a little bit earlier or definitely on time today because I got to hit the door running because of the testing that's going on at our schools. I got to get there as quickly as possible. So anyway, with that said, we've only got 30 minutes with Abigail, so we need to get right to it. Ryan Martin will be coming in at 7:30 because Wednesday, the first fell on a Wednesday. It kind of threw off the meetings to where the city and the mayor and alderman meeting for the city of Springfield was last night, instead of what maybe would have normally felt right last week. So Ryan's coming in at 7:30. We've only got a half hour, so let's go. What you got for us, young lady?
Well, I don't know when you want to discuss it, but I have the calendar here in May.
Let's do it.
And start here?
Yeah, you can just start right there.
Sure. So the last thing in April is going to be the last turkey shoot on Saturday.
Okay.
That's the 25th. And then, of course, you mentioned the Bluegrass Festival already. And then
because you guys are going to be there, that's the reason why they will have. Are you, the VSO office is going to be at the Kilgore station, or is it just going to be the VFW?
I believe it's just the American Legion VFW.
Yeah, the guys,
Scott might make an appearance, but
gotcha. Well, the guys are always there, and those hot dogs. Oh my gosh, I love them. I just if they're there, I gotta have one of their dogs, because they do such a good job, and I didn't get one at the Vietnam thing because my husband got me one, and I was, busy with the stage and all of that. And so when I came off stage, so where's my hot dog? He goes, well, I ate it because it was getting cold. And I'm like, and they had sold out. And I was like,
come on, husband.
Yeah. Couldn't reheat it. It's like, where's my hot dog? So I got to, anyway, I digress. Okay, so we got Turkey Shoot, which is this Saturday, last one, and that all benefits our veterans. Mm-hmm. Things like when they need, a ride somewhere, or if they just need groceries. Or, help them out money at Christmas. Yes, absolutely. It's to help our sweet, sweet, wonderful veterans. That's what you're doing when you support the Turkey Shoots. Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival, VFW American Legion will be there. They will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. They'll present colors, all those things. I'm looking forward to that. That's on the 15th and 16th of May. Go for it.
Okay, and then May 16th is the My Father's House car show.
Oh, yeah.
And Operation Shoulder to Shoulder program. Okay. So that's at my father's house.
That's at the facility. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, and that's so that means y'all are going to be splitting duties then. So if Scott's over at that or somebody's there for VSO, that's the same day as Kilgore Station. Right. Yeah, the 16th. So we're going to have lots going on, but you can hit them all. You can get to all of them, guys. So, Okay. What else you got there, Abigail?
Okay. And then coming up, Memorial Day weekend, that's on May 25th. Mm-hmm. And that weekend leading up is when the American Legion Post is going to be doing the poppies.
Oh, yes, of course.
So expect to see those around.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Memorial Day program at Austin and Bell is on Memorial Day.
Absolutely. And they're always just wonderful things for you to go and be a part of.
Mm-hmm. Ongoing is the Healing Arts program on Wednesdays. That's every month.
I love that. I think that's such a great idea. And that happens every other Wednesday?
I think it's every Wednesday now.
Is it every Wednesday now? And it's like, you can find ways to find peace through so many different things in the arts. And I love that they're doing that to help veterans. I just think it's wonderful. Yeah. So keep going.
Well, my calendar's old. But we got on the third Tuesday of every month we have the Coffee and Camaraderie.
Oh yeah.
And me and Scott trade that off every month.
Okay.
So we'll one of us is there.
Okay, good deal. And coffee and camaraderie, that happens over in the upstairs of the credit union. Right over here, the one that, because we have several of Robertson County credit unions, it's the one over in front of Tractor Supply, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. That's where I do business most of the time. But anyway, wonderful folks over there. But yeah, upstairs. And you have a crowd at that thing. That's really surprises me. Y'all have a lot of folks come into that.
We often do. When the weather's good, we have quite the crowd. When it was cold, like in January, we had just a few. But it was good conversation nonetheless.
Okay.
So, and that happens when the credit union opens and the credit union provides coffee and donuts.
Oh, I got you. Isn't that wonderful? That's just great. And that's a good place for them to get some questions answered if they have questions. If you're, wondering about your veteran benefits and those types of things, it's a great place to find out more. So keep going there, Abigail. What else you got? Is that the calendar?
That's kind of what I got. We kind of ran through it.
Okay. Well, and we're coming up on summer. Once we get beyond Memorial Day, everybody's so busy with summer. Kids are out of school and all the things. So you see a lot of these scheduled type events kind of take a little bit of a lull. The only thing is, I am sure there'll be a presence of some type with you guys when it comes to our 250th anniversary. As a country, we've got, the Freedom Fest and all those kinds of things coming up. So I'd be surprised if y'all are not involved in that in some degree. But have y'all talked about that?
Not yet.
Yeah. We'll have Ryan Martin in here, and we'll talk a little bit more about specifics with Freedom Fest coming up. But always a wonderful time. But there's all kinds of things going on with the anniversary of our country. So I have a feeling that VSO office will be present around stuff. It's just kind of to be determined, TBA.
Yeah.
Or TBD.
Yeah,
TBD or TBA, to be announced. So we'll talk to people about what you guys do at your office. So you heard the calendar of events. We may run back through those again. But what specifically do you want to say to veterans that might be hearing this for the first time today?
The VSO is mainly here as your resource. Everything veteran, if we're not doing it ourselves, then we probably have a resource for you. The main job that we do is filing VA claims, VA disability, VA pensions, survivors benefits. Everything VA is kind of your VSO is your one-stop shop.
Yeah.
And if you have other generic veteran questions, that's also, we can have answers for you, or at least point you in the right direction. So if you haven't gotten established with VSO, please come see us and ask your questions, see what we got for you. If there's anything, we'd rather you ask than be clueless. So please come over.
So, can you speak at all to the program called Stand Down? Because we had them in a little while ago, and that is something that I did not know existed. I'd heard Gwen mention it, but I was so impressed with the programs offered through Stand Down.
Sure. Operation Stand Down is, they're a service, they're not a veteran service office, but they do veteran services, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's different than a VSO.
Right.
But they do have people that can help answer questions about what we do, or they point you to your closest, most convenient VSO, like our office.
Right.
So we kind of work hand in hand, or we can work hand in hand. And we've been building that relationship with the one in Clarksville specifically, I believe Jamie was here.
Yeah,
so
they're just wonderful. We've
met with
impressed.
them several times, and we're building that relationship. They provide things that we don't, so we often use them as a resource, like food boxes. They get the donations together. They have a program for homelessness and transitional housing. They can help with that, so we often point towards Operation Stand Down for that. But yeah, they have all kinds of cool resources like that. Their program is cool specifically because they get those donations together and they have the resources to do those more hands-on projects.
Sure.
We do a lot of paperwork. They do a lot of hands-on. So
Very good. And just an impressive program. It reminded me so much. I've talked with them when they were in here. The work that we have at our Benevolent Center up in Madison at the Madison Church of Christ. We hand out food bags and things like that. We end up encountering a lot of veterans. And so she gave me a stack of cards to give them because I think those are resources that they're not aware of. Because I know whenever I was working at the Benevolent Center, you find veterans. I found we met so many veterans that were living on the street, and Stand Down is a place where you can refer them. If you run into a veteran that is unhoused, homeless, you can refer them to Stand Down. And man, I'm telling you, they're going to move heaven to earth to get them in some kind of housing if they want it. That's the thing. You've got to have the desire to do the work to get there. But there are so many programs available for our veterans. We do not want to leave them on the street, and we certainly don't want them or anybody to go hungry, but the fact that you've got a very specific program to Stand Down to specifically address the needs of veterans is just so beautiful. I love that.
And they can help as soon as there's an eviction notice.
Yeah.
So that transitional housing program is awesome.
Yeah, it
and
really is.
Really needs to be known.
Yes.
that is there.
I didn't realize it was there. And I thought I knew about resources pretty well. And honestly, how long has it been around? I don't know that it's really that old of a program, is it maybe?
As long as I have been doing this, I've known that Operation Stand. I don't know if all the programs have existed.
Right.
The Operation Stand Down, the company, has been there. So.
Well, and it does a vital service, and it's just a beautiful program. But it's for sure one that if you know of any veterans that are in tough times, Operation Stand Down is a beautiful program to learn more about. So very good. What you got on your yellow card there? You got some notes going. What you got there, Abigail?
I just wanted to have some thoughts prepared just in case. But the specifically about what we do.
Okay.
We help with those VA claims, and VA claims are for disabilities caused by your service. Right. And I know we've talked about this before, but for the new ones out there, those caused by service things, that's the most important part, that piece.
Yes.
So it's not just aging. It's not just getting older and now I'm having more creaks,
Right.
It's important that we can tie it back to service in order for VA to give that rating. And our state training that we get from the Tennessee Department of Veterans Services, they like to describe it as a three-legged stool. You have to build your stool with three legs or else it won't stand.
Right.
So those three legs, and I often describe it to my veterans as the three pieces of your claim. You have to have your current diagnosis, piece number one. If you don't have a diagnosis, it's not rateable.
Right.
You have to have a clinically diagnosed disability.
Right.
Next, you have to have some sort of event or circumstance or something while you were in service, an injury, you went to sick call, or like for mental health, a circumstance, something traumatic happened.
Right.
And then that third leg is often what's missing. It is that connection. VA's terminology is a nexus. That just means to link. So if we can link your current disability back to your service, that's your third leg. And that has to be proven somehow. And that's usually what's missing because it's been 40, 50 years since these Vietnam guys got out. So it's kind of, it can be a little bit difficult. That's where it's either a medical opinion. If we can tie it back with records through time, that's sometimes possible with the ones that are more recent out. But a medical opinion from a doctor's letter, a nexus letter, that's what that is. It links back to service.
I have heard some stories from some of our Vietnam veterans where they have been able, once they find out this is available, because so many of them just, they put their head down and they just disconnect from all things service related because they were so hurt by what was done to them emotionally when they returned to our country. And so they just don't even think about it. And then when they start hearing, because they hear about what's going on with Agent Orange, their brothers and sisters in arms are getting sick and dying at an alarming rate and they are seeing these connections. And some of them are coming in and they're seeing their VSO office and they're getting the connections made. And when they see the connection to what they've been dealing with back to Vietnam and they're compensated, it's life-changing money that they have been given. And I don't mean, everybody's like, oh, it's not about the money. Well, for them, yeah, it might be, because maybe they have been so disabled from something that happened during Vietnam that they've been struggling with. It's been a struggle for their family. And if you can get with the VSO office and get this properly done, it is such a game changer. And I've seen this for several Vietnam vets. And it is, I just, about time, and if you've ever heard me talk at the Vietnam Memorial thing, I talk about the story where Don Hagen's brother was finally given an award, and I'm not going to get into it. We don't have time. And I just say the hook on that is about time. And that is the thing with our Vietnam vets. And it can be life-changing, guys. I mean, phenomenal where they do these back pays. Now, can you, let's say that you've got somebody that has just developed one of the illnesses connected to Agent Orange, okay? And it's only now manifesting. Would their compensation anyway be go back to Vietnam, or would it just be when the diagnosis happened?
When the claim was started.
Gotcha.
So that back pay, when the claim is started or when you get your intent to file in, that's a form that tells VA you're about to do a claim.
Okay.
And it lasts for a year. So if you want to, you can call that in and then come see us or something like that.
Okay.
And then you have a year from that date to do your claim. It would backdate to that date.
Okay, so I've been misinformed, but I've seen some guys get some astronomical awards on some stuff.
So there was a very specific law. It was called the Blue Water Navy Niemer law.
Okay.
And that was based on a court case
Okay.
that went up to Court of Veterans Appeals. And it specifically took things back to when it was originally filed.
Okay.
So, and it was for Blue Water Navy guys specifically.
Okay.
Those around the country, Vietnam,
Okay.
that were not recognized before as exposed to Agent Orange.
Okay.
Based on being close to the coast, 12 nautical miles.
Okay.
Now, when that law came out, and those ones that had filed back in the 70s or 80s or
They
whatever,
got turned down.
they
That's
got
where
turned
it
down
came
the
from.
first
Okay.
time.
I got you.
They took it back to when they were first turned down because those were new issues that were recognized as exposures to Agent Orange.
So that's where those big one. Okay, because I knew a couple.
Those really big ones, yeah.
Okay.
Now we
'Cause
still
I was wondering because I was like, wow. But I'm thankful because I've seen what they've been through, and so okay.
and we can still get. There's still large back pays that can come, but it's because we've been fighting that same claim for so long, right?
And then once it comes through,
it dates all the way back to when it was started.
Gotcha.
So if it's been an appeal for years and years, and you keep fighting it and keep fighting it and keep fighting it, as long as you keep it alive and open, filing something year after year, then it'll date back.
Okay.
Right.
So start now. If you've got something going on,
absolutely start now.
You need to look into it, and you need to get going with it. When's the best time? Now. Now's the best time.
Yep.
For sure. Okay.
And if you want to call in your intent to file, I'm going to give you a phone number.
Okay, go for it.
You can call into VA's benefits hotline, and that's 1-800-827-1000.
One more time.
1-800-827-1000.
And that puts you on record as an intent to file.
You call them, that's the benefits hotline, and you tell them you want to file and intend to file. And they just immediately, because that's VA's line, they just put it with your name on it in their system.
Okay.
And that way, you already have one. When you come see us, it's one less thing that we have to do, because we have to get representation going and stuff before we can get that in for you. So we got to...
That's a good thing to start with.
Start with that. Come see us,
Okay.
and we'll get going on what you actually need for the claim.
Just really good information from Abigail with our Veteran Service Office. We visit with them once a month on the fourth Wednesday. So we're going to continue our visit. I need to go ahead and do an ad here, but Ryan Martin's going to be popping in here in just a minute. So we don't have a ton of time. So go through your notes and think about what we've got to cover before we let Ryan slide in here. But, it was a month ago when Chris Armentrout came in with Scott, and I had the opportunity to talk to him about Valor Mortgage and what they do for VA loans. And that's when I found out there, Valor, I thought, is that a VA loan place? No. Valor Mortgage is an everything mortgage company, from VA loans to FHA loans, conventional jumbos. It doesn't matter. They've got experienced loan officers to help you and to make sure that in one of the biggest decisions of your life, buying a home, that you are not a number, that you've got a lender that's treating you like a member of the family, man. They're on your team, and they're going to make sure that you have everybody in your corner to make sure everything is done right, to find you the right mortgage, the right solution for your budget, for your life, whatever it is you're going on, what you've got going on, to make sure you get to the closing table with everything you need and no surprises. They are not just in the business of mortgage. They're also in the business of just investment opportunities, maybe a refi. One of my veteran is buying a house and keeping a house, so he's going to have rental property, so it's an investment thing. But there's all kinds of options when it comes to your loans that I guarantee you don't know about. You need to talk to an experienced loan officer at Valor Mortgage. Chris Armentrout and his crew, they'd love to talk to you. They have an office in downtown, but the best thing to do is call them rather than trying to catch them in the office, because they're always out and about meeting with people. You can call them at 615-671-9178, 615-671-9178, or you can go to valor.mortgage, get pre-approved today, because when it matters most, you deserve a lender you can trust. Buy with confidence, buy with Valor. Valor Mortgage, NMLS, number 1210804. DBA of Encore Lending Group, NMLS 1249911, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval, rates and terms subject to change without notice, not a commitment to lend. Let them know U-Turn sent you. All right, Abigail, what you got for us? We got to make sure and get in before we wrap up.
All right. So come see us, please. We're open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. We're open 8 to 4:30. 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. We're walk-ins on Wednesday, and we do appointments other days. Mm-hmm. So if you want to call us, make an appointment. Our phone number is 615-382-6506, 615-382-6506.
Good job.
And so we're open for walk-ins today.
Okay.
If you want to stop in and see us. Veterans claims, benefits, resources, any of your veteran or VA questions, please come see us.
Do y'all get pretty busy on Wednesday? On walk-in Wednesday?
It depends on the Wednesday. Some of them, they usually slow up after lunch, but it really depends on the Wednesday.
I got you.
So
but this is a great opportunity to head in there and to get your questions answered. Maybe if you just need to get started. If what she was talking about, getting that intent to file, is a little confusing, come in today. And you could help them with that, couldn't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and kind of walk them through that. Because I know when you come to stuff like that, you want to make sure you don't make a mistake. When you're getting on the phone, and it might be that they're just like, I'd really like somebody just to kind of be there as I'm making the phone call. And y'all could do that, couldn't you?
Well, if you come in and see us, you don't have to call it in. We can do representation right there. We'll get a signature on a form and get that in. We can get that intent to file filled out and send it for you. So if you don't want to call yourself, the benefit of calling is that you can do it before you see us.
Okay.
But if you come in and see us, we'll just do it all.
Very good. I love it. Anything else before we kind of wrap it up? I saw Catherine come popping in here, so I think she's in for Ryan today, but that's perfectly fine, and we'll look forward to seeing her, and talking to her. But anything else that you've got before we wrap it up?
I don't think so. I think we're good. I think we covered it.
But anything let's give the number again. Tell them where you're located. Talk about your beautiful new offices.
Sure. Our new building is across the road, across South Brown Street in Springfield from the county building where you get your tax and stuff.
Okay.
Where you vote and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
That new building is called the Robertson County Plaza, and we're located right inside that door, first office on your left.
Perfect.
And that phone number is 615-382-6506. 615-382-6506.
Wonderful. And thank you again.
Sure.
We remind you, last turkey shoots this weekend to benefit the veterans, and Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival. VFW, American Legion will be out there. You've also got the My Father's House. That's just kind of the on the edge. Don't forget about your art time. When is the art time?
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays at the VFW in Greenbrier. And when do you have the coffee and camaraderies?
Third Tuesdays at the Credit Union in Robertson County.
And the one right in front of Tractor Supply. Be sure and get there. And so that's just
And Memorial Day on the 25th
Memorial
of May.
Day is coming up, and it is. I think we'll have a visit before then. I think we've got another fourth Wednesday, so we'll be able to. No, we won't. The fourth, because you figure fourth Wednesday is going to be the 27th after Memorial Day.
Okay, so don't forget Memorial Day on the 25th.
Absolutely, get out to all the events there. Thank you, Abigail.
Thank
Tell
you.
everybody I said hello.
I will.
Tell Scott and Gwen hi for me. And I saw Catherine come popping in, and then I looked, and Ryan said, oh, by the way, Catherine's coming in today. So y'all make the switch while I go ahead and do a break here. And we're going to talk about my friends. Let's talk about the UPS store. Let's go ahead and talk about them right now, and then we'll talk about Barry and Rebecca here in just a minute. But the UPS store, our local UPS store, guys, it is your everything store, we like to say. But right now, they are really getting ready for graduation in a very big way. If you are needing anything to do with graduation, maybe you want some of those big I forget, fat heads that they call them. You can get things like that done. But they've also got a great discount for you right now. They have got 10% off. If I can get my glasses on, I have my glasses on. I can't see what I'm reading. But they've got some discounts for you. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay, here we go. 10% off invitations and postcards. 10% off invitations and postcards, and 10% off trifolds and brochures as you're getting ready for graduation. I actually had a kiddo give me an invitation that was kind of like a brochure with their pictures in it. It was awesome. But if you got something special you want to do for graduation, you can get in there. They've got this great new coupon, 10% off, again, invitations and postcards, or 10% off trifolds and brochures right here in graduation season. And of course, come in and do your, fill out the questionnaire. They've got a little QR code you can scan, and if you tell them how they did today, you're going to be entered for a $250 Amazon.com gift card. So go in and check that out. While you're in there, of course, you're going to want to see how they've got everything set up. This is where we return our Amazon packages. We all know that, but there's so much more than our Amazon returns. If you go in the store, they are your everything store. They are your notary store. If you need something notarized, the convenience of that is incredible. If somebody asked me to notarize something, I'd go, ugh, I don't want to deal with it. But now all you got to do is you just walk in there. They're all notaries. You get it taken care of and you're out. It is so awesome. We've got also, and they're saying that they've got a 20% off packing for something for mom right now if you want to go buy. And also, too, they've got that new kiosk set up. When you go in with your Amazon packages, if you're in a rush and maybe there's a few people in there, I mean, they're so fast and so courteous. But if you want to just get it done and, kind of go on your way, you can use that self-serve kiosk. I went in and used it one day when they weren't busy, just to make sure if I had any questions, they could help me. And it was effortless. But go in and see them, whether it be packing, shipping, printing. It does not matter. They've got all your needs. And again, that 10% off coupon is for invitations and postcards, and for trifolds and for brochures. And if you hang on to that coupon, even if you don't need it right now, just like the shredding coupons, hang on to them. And when you need them, just take it in because they never expire. Our UPS store is at 513 Memorial Boulevard here in Springfield, 513 Memorial Boulevard here in Springfield. Or you can give them a call, 615-384-0093, 615-384-0093. Your everything store. And be sure and let them know U-Turn sent you. Catherine, can you give us a snap?
Oh,
I love it. And
yay, I'm happy that you love it.
I think that's the cutest thing ever. You're so
little
smart.
Springfield snap.
I love it.
Just a quick update.
I just think it's the cutest thing ever.
I'm
You're
so
doing
happy
such
you
a
like
great
it.
job.
I love
You're doing
it.
an excellent job.
Oh,
I saw
thank
that
you.
and I'm like, of course she came up with that.
I love
Springfield
it.
Snap. I love it. I look
Quick
for 'em.
update. And
I know it.
if you've ever noticed, some of the snaps, they're different locations.
I know.
The last one, did you watch it?
Well, I don't think
I was at the park at J. Travis Price Park.
I think I caught it.
It's a beautiful backdrop.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And I see you do them at different places.
Oh, yeah.
I try to look at all of them, and see them because I just think they're the cutest things.
Oh, good. I'm happy you like them.
Yeah.
Hopefully just a quick little update that what's going on that week in the city, and it's just quick info.
And you understand that that's the attention span of the world today. People forget. I mean, I love informative podcasts and information and all that, but they're, especially our kiddos, they're like, the shorter the better, man.
Well, if you think, like, if you're, anytime you're scrolling through, like, a reel or anything like that, it's just 30, 45 seconds, that's it, if that. I mean,
it is so amazing. Good, but it is, how many of those have you done? Because I've caught a bunch of them.
A bunch of them. Yeah. I don't know the exact number, but almost every week, basically. That was starting since January.
I would be like, if I think of something, I'm just going to go out and do it. It's like, that'd be a good snap. Let's just go do it. Yeah. Because you've got it set up so easily that you can facilitate it yourself, I'm assuming, right? You just knock it out?
Well, it's not just me. Maddie, our tourism coordinator, she helps as well. So she usually videos for me. And yes, I think at the end of the year, I might do a reel of just the outtakes because those are also enjoyable.
Yeah, we love bloopers.
The bloopers are great.
The microphone to you a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me better?
But no, that's one because we do the news at school. Yeah. And my dear sweet friend Cindy Story, how are you? We miss you. She retired from teaching, but she and I were messaging somebody. Her grandkids, I guess, go to a school where they do a little newscast, and they're younger, and they always put bloopers at the end of it. And she told me one day, she says, "I just look forward to those bloopers." I'm like, I really need to be putting bloopers at the end of ours. And so that's become a thing. And I've actually got a girl that graduated at Christmas that was one of my main newscasters. Yeah. And her outtakes were hysterical. And I've got to go back and get all of her outtakes together because they were absolutely priceless. Because she was real animated, you know. Yeah. But outtakes are the best.
Outtakes are great.
They're so much fun.
Yeah, I wish you could just film it in one time, but sometimes
happen.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So especially if you're filming on the street, like it's in front of the courthouse, and then you're talking, and then a truck goes by in the background. And it's like, oh, try it again.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Try it again.
Some siren or something, or the train. Yeah. The train's near. The train will go by, and it's funny. It's funny. We were doing something for school down by the train tracks, and the train would come by or some big motorcycle, and I'm like, okay, let's do it again.
Yeah, try it again.
But, what have we got going on? The city of Springfield mayor and alderman meeting happened last night. I noticed y'all had a little bit of a stream feed.
We did. We had some technical difficulties, but it will be uploaded today.
Okay, so you got the video. You just couldn't live stream.
We couldn't, yeah. So, we just had technical difficulties with the live stream, and it's just the joy of technology, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Being that I have to teach technology, the days that it works great, and it's no big deal if it works great, but then the days when you're really relying on it and just every little thing, and you're just like, yeah. But anyway, it's fun. Love it. It's, technology is amazing what we can do, but oh my goodness, we're so spoiled.
I know.
When it doesn't work, we're like, what's wrong?
So but
how did the meeting go? I know we got to get right into it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen. She's my friend.
I haven't seen you in so long. I was here last time, after the last board of mayor and alderman meeting, but you weren't here.
Oh yeah, okay. I was out. Yeah, you came. Okay.
I walked in. I was like, wait, where's LaVern?
Yeah, I was out. But I have to ask you before we get off on this stuff.
Sure.
You still jumping out of planes?
I am still jumping out of planes.
That's so cool. I told Ryan that. I said, have you talked to her about how she jumps out of planes? And he didn't know. So did he ask you about it afterwards? Because I outed you. I'm like, that's her hobby.
It is my hobby. And it's a wonderful hobby.
So cool.
It's
so cool. Did he ask
you about it? It's a beautiful view. He had asked about it.
I was like, I want to do that. I'm going to do it. Okay.
Do it.
I know.
We can go anytime.
I know. I'm just not there yet, but I'm getting close. I want to do it. I really want to do it.
This summer.
We'll see.
I feel like it's a yes.
Okay. We'll talk about it.
I
really want to. I really, 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 really want to because I think that should be such a rush.
The view is beautiful.
Oh, I can't even imagine. It's
wonderful.
Imagine. Anyway, somebody can jump with me, right?
Oh, yeah. Tandem. Yeah, you'll be attached to somebody. So you just get to relax and enjoy the view.
So if you want to jump out of a plane, call this lady. This is your person right here.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay,
so
back to the meeting.
Back to the meeting. Back to the city. So the meeting went well. And one thing that was talked about was the community cleanup, which is happening on Saturday.
Right.
Which is today's perfect day because it is Earth Day.
Oh, there you go.
So
we planned it.
There it is. So today's Earth Day, and then we've got community cleanup on Saturday. Mm-hmm. So that starts at 8 a.m. You can either pre-register online. It's not too late. You can pre-register, or you can sign up the day of. And Larry's restaurant is going to be providing breakfast.
Love Larry's.
Which is great. Yeah. So all the volunteers get breakfast that morning, and then all of the supplies. So your gloves, your vests, the grabbers, the trash bags, and even water to stay hydrated. All of that is being provided by TVA. Mm-hmm. So you just show up. You can have one person. You can have a group. If kids need service hours, that's an opportunity. It's great for civic organizations, churches, friends, neighbors, family. I mean, if you just want to go by yourself, you can do that as well, and you'll be put on a route with other people. So,
well, in the service hours, these kids have got the ones that are getting ready to graduate for Tennessee Promise. There's a portion of them that are due very soon. Okay. About half of them. So this is a good chance. If you're missing some hours, this is a good chance to knock the rest of them out.
Yeah, and you get to be outside for a couple hours, and you're making the city look beautiful, which is great where you live, and you know, so it's really great.
It's a win-win.
It is a win-win.
Get out there.
Yeah, so that's on Saturday. So hopefully I'll see you there. Mm-hmm. And so we get that, and then also the bulk waste pickup was talked about. So if you live within the city of Springfield, April 1st through April 30th, so there's still time left on that, you can put your bulk items out at the curb.
What does that include?
So that includes furniture, different like household items. The biggest thing that's not included this year is mattresses.
Oh, okay.
So that is one big change. But on our website, we do have a list of all of the items that are accepted, all the items that are not accepted. You can put, obviously, like tree limbs and things like that out at the road. It's a great time for...
a refrigerator or a microwave?
Yes, you can put out those items.
Appliances. Because microwaves are something that I'm not sure what to do with them. We've got one that I know everybody says is still good, but I just don't want it in my house anymore. And, I don't really know what to do with it. But and I don't live in the city of Springfield, but I'll have to figure that out at the landfill. But for me, because I live out in the county. But if you live there in the city, just, sit it on the curb, right?
Yeah, you can put it out the curb. You got and obviously sooner the better. But the route does run through the end of the month. So you can put that out. And the only thing that we do ask is that if you are putting out, like, say, for example, tree limbs and a dresser, is that you separate them. So you're not putting the tree limbs on the dresser. You're keeping that separate so that it's for pickup. Yeah,
you got brush separate from things that need to go to the landfill, because brush can be put in a different place because it's going to biodegrade.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very good. So what else you got for us?
First Friday nights. That's coming up next week. That'll be here before you know it. Happening? He is, yeah. Buzzy Pool in the Department of Rock and Roll.
Right. Is that what they're calling
that is.
I've given him such a hard time over his name. And the department, I like it, Buzz. I like it, Buzzy. The Department of Rock and Roll. That's very good. But that'll be fun. We have Buzzy's such a hoot. I never knew him until he became our city mayor. What a riot. He is so much fun. But go out and hear them. They rock it out too, boy.
6 to 9 p.m.
Very good. And so that's next Friday night.
Yeah, May 1st. Can you believe that already?
Well, our prom's this Friday night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Greenbrier. Yeah, because, Springfield's was this past weekend. It is prom season. Be careful out there, kiddos. Be careful. But yeah, prom season and all the things. And before you know it, we'll be having graduations very soon. Oh, my
goodness.
I know.
The year's almost, it's just the school year is
it's just
moving right by.
Zooming right by. So first Friday night market next Friday, and we're just going to pray beautiful weather.
It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great weather.
It is.
Yes. We're speaking it.
Yes, it's going to happen. It's going to be
into existence.
Exactly.
Right,
it's going to be sunny, and then at night it's going to be nice and clear.
I'm with you. Let's do it. Absolutely.
It's not going to be super windy. There's not going to be any rain. All the vendors can be set up. We've got over 80 vendors again this year.
Wow. Anything that you're super excited about that you're like, oh, they're going to be there?
I'm excited about all of them.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean? Is there something that you're like, we've never had, and it's like, you know what I mean? Is there anything like that? And then if there's not, just say, we're just excited. I mean, what you said.
Yeah, I'm excited to see all of them.
It's on May Day, too, which I think is interesting, because it being that it's, and I'm always like, what is May Day? You hear about that all the time, but it's very European in its ancient roots. But May 1st, May Day, is when we've got the first Friday night market, right? Yeah. It's on May 1st.
Yeah, May 1st.
Maybe we need to do something for May Day. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, see if it sticks. But that'll be great. So
so it'll be live music, the food trucks, vendors. We've got a kids zone. And big thank you to the sponsors this year for May, which is United Community Bank is the title sponsor for the month of May. And then Chick-fil-A is sponsoring the kids zone.
Awesome.
So
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus is chicken. So I had another question.
Yeah.
Oh, and it slipped my mind. I hate it when that happens. Oh, do we know? Are y'all releasing anything about the Artists for Freedom Fest yet?
Stay tuned.
Okay. I messaged Ryan the other day because some of my kiddos I have these wonderful kids that we did a talent show in the fall, and then we did one in the spring. And I don't know how they got in their head that they were going to come and be on Freedom Fest, and they were going to try out for Freedom Fest. And I was like, don't want to burst your bubble, but I think they've already booked it. Yeah, that's what I told them. I said, I think they've already booked it. And I said, I'm sure you could, submit a video or something to be considered for something that's, when they use local bands. But they just knew they were going to try out for Freedom Fest. And
what grade are?
We're high school. They're high school kids, like sophomore, juniors.
Oh, okay.
And they're good. They're good. I'm telling you, they're very talented. But I told them, I said, I don't know. Well, they were so wound up over Freedom Fest, and they were going to try it for Freedom. We're going to try it for Freedom Fest, Miss Vivian. And well, and then so I messaged Ryan, and he had said there was one slot they were looking for an acoustic set.
Oh, okay.
And you have to submit those ideas or possibilities to Terry, to Terry Martin. And so I told the kids that, and they're like, well, because one of the main people in the band is a drummer.
Oh, okay.
And so they're like, well, that wouldn't work. And I was like, you hate to tell a kid you can't do something.
Yeah.
I'm like, go for it, but I think that window's kind of already passed for this year. I said,
maybe there's other opportunities as well.
So I told them, I said, get something together and I'll send it to them for you and let them hear you. You never know. And but I got so tickled at them. So it got me really curious about who's going to be our Freedom Festival. Because I knew whenever he messaged me back, I'm like, well, they know. Who is it? Yeah. Okay. So stay tuned. We'll know. Maybe next month they'll tell us. So very good. What else you got for us?
One other thing for the community cleanup I was thinking about. TVA is providing all the supplies. When you are out on your route and you are cleaning, the trash bags, when they're filled, you can just tie them and leave them where they are.
Okay.
So that was one thing that you don't have to. We asked if there's a corner that is close that you can put them on that. But otherwise, you don't. That was one question that would come up a lot. And people ask, well, what do you do with the trash and the garbage once it's collected?
Right.
So you just tie the bag and leave it where it is.
Very good. That's super convenient. And that way they'll come around and collect them and take care of it.
Yeah, so they'll take care of that.
But we're talking with Catherine Stewart. And let me do a break here.
Sure.
And if you have any more calendar items, go right into that. Or if there's anything from the mayor and alderman meeting, Lee Marie is going to probably pop in here a little bit, just a few minutes early. National Day of Prayer is coming up. We're going to talk about that. Because I have to get myself out of here and we've got EOC testing today. So the sooner I've got to get out of here right on time or maybe a minute or two early. So I may have her slide in and do the last few minutes with you if that's okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, EOC testing is going on at school. And so it's kind of crazy at school. But let me do my last break and then we'll get back to it. And so I'll let you look through your notes because we're kind of short on time today. So that's the only thing. But we want to talk about burying Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty. We talked about Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival when Abigail was in a moment ago. And the reason why is because the VSO, they'll have, our veterans will be there. But of course, Barry and Rebecca will be there because they're one of our founding partners with the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival. They're in Cross Plains. They've been in Cross Plains for 30 years. So they're Robertson Countyans. They specialize in Robertson County properties, but also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky because they've got a great diverse background, and they want to invite you to come out and talk to them. Anytime they're at any of these events, They have their tent out. They usually give away something wonderful. They were at the Discover White House event last weekend, and they had this giant rooster that they took a drawing for. So anything like that, you're going to want to come by and just see what kind of crazy thing they're giving away, because it's always fun. But also talk to them about any questions you might have about home ownership. If you're wanting to buy for the first time, they're going to tell you to get pre-qualified. Probably send you over to a company like Valor Mortgage to do that, to make sure you know how much home you can afford. They're going to find out what area you want to be in. Maybe you're considering property in Kentucky because you want there's a little bit more affordable up there, but then they're going to remind you they have an income tax. So even though you don't work in Kentucky, you still got to pay that state income tax, and that can affect your bottom dollar. They've actually got a property up in Kentucky, Adolphus, Kentucky, that's on 1834 Oak Grove Church Road that Barry's just listed. So it's one you can check out. All kinds of great listings all over. Tell them the zip code you're wanting to live in, some specifics, and they will put you on alert when anything comes available that they think might work out for you. I've really had my eye on this beautiful piece of property that's up in the White House area. They've got a beautiful cabin that they're listing. It's on the water, and just a beautiful, beautiful spot. But all kinds of great listings. They've worked with historic properties, all the things that you need when it comes to real estate, buying, selling. Maybe you want to be a realtor. They'll help you with that. Rebecca, one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist, means that she specializes in helping you to downsize when you're ready to do that. And she says, don't wait too long. A lot of people wait too long before they get that done. But you can check them out. Sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, BUY-RobertsonCounty.com, or you can call them 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425 or 7424, and let them know you turned sent you. Catherine Stewart's in the house, and my friend that jumps out of planes. And so let's run through the things that you need to share with everybody. So
I guess the last big thing to share is we're encouraging residents to sign up for online bill pay.
Oh, okay.
So that is one thing. Yeah. So you and me both. Yep. But yeah, signing up for the online bill pay, it's a convenient way to receive your bill on time. It's completely free. It does not cost anything to sign up. And you can do that at springfieldtn.gov. Mm-hmm. And you can use the search bar on there, and you can type in online bill pay, and it'll pop right up, and you can enter the information from there.
I have my gas and my water through there. Yeah. To Springfield. And so that just comes right out. I just honestly, if I can't digital pay, I just don't really know what to do. So I need all those things digitally. But anyway, so anything else that you've got? Anything from the mayor and alderman meeting that you need to cover?
Those were the main items.
Okay.
That we talked about.
I was afraid we were going to run out of time because I talked to you about jumping out of planes too much.
We had lots of time.
I love it. Well, so how long have you been in this position now?
This is almost 6 months.
And you tell them exactly what your role is. She pops up on social media with the Springfield Snap. I just love it.
Springfield Snap. Yeah. Make sure you like and follow us.
Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to grow that.
Sure, I feel like, that's so funny because I tell people to do that, and I feel like, well, I've already done that. So let me just check and make sure that I have done that, because that makes a big, we tell everybody to do that with the program, and you need to make sure you do that with all the things that are going on around our city. But the city of Springfield, Tennessee government is the one that we're looking at.
Yep, that's us.
That's the one that we want to make sure and follow. And if you have not followed them, if you haven't liked them, do so. Mm-hmm. And that way it's going to pop up in your algorithm. It's going to do all the things it needs to do to make sure you get all of that information. My internet's being weird right now. But you want to be sure to like them and follow them. And I feel like I have, because I get your Springfield Snaps all the time.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm following you.
Great.
And so be sure and follow and like. And that way it just helps them get the word out. 21,000 followers. I think you're doing okay.
We'll get to 25.
Okay.
That's this year.
I'm just trying to get 6,000. I've got 5,500. I'm like, with 21,000, of course, I'm not a city government either. Do y'all like and follow me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. I'm just messing with you.
Yes, yeah.
And on that kind of stuff, if you really want to know what's going on, they've got a great website. It all works so beautifully. If you need to contact anybody, they've done such a good job of getting those things working so well together.
Yeah.
And so impressed with it. And you can contact everybody that you need to know at the city. I've never had trouble getting a hold of anybody.
Yeah.
It's so convenient. But you're doing a great job with your role, though. And you're tell them your role again.
Public affairs coordinator.
Public affairs coordinator. So that means she's doing all the social media stuff and doing it so beautifully.
Thank you. Yeah, communication for the city. So it's kind of the umbrella.
Very
basically.
good.
So
well, we're excited to have you in that role.
Yes, I'm excited. It's great.
I know.
I absolutely love it.
It's a good place. And anything else coming up that you think we might need to let everybody know about? We don't have any movies or anything on the horizon, do we? Because we have all these, we're such people want to shoot movies here all the time because we're so cool.
It's beautiful. Downtown
beautiful
Square is absolutely beautiful. And there's so many areas that it's just, yeah. One other thing with the website is you can also sign up for our newsletter.
Okay.
So you can sign up as well. So it's another way to stay connected with the city.
And they'll send it to your inbox.
Yep, every month.
Yep.
And it's got upcoming events, things that are happening in the city, information about like the splash pad opening. I mean, there's all these different things that before you know it, summer is just going to start rolling, and all of our events and everything like that. You can just stay connected. It's a great way.
Do you know when the splash pad opens? I guess after Memorial Day, maybe?
Yes.
I'm guessing we'll get Terry in here and get an update. And Lee Marie dropped this off too, the National Day of Prayer, and they're going to be on the courthouse square. Right here on May 7th, and that's on Thursday from noon to 1. So that's going to be a beautiful, the National Day of Prayer. 75th, too. Man, that's awesome. So that'll be going on the downtown square. So just all kinds of wonderful things happening here in Springfield. We love it. Anything else you want to cover before I let Lee Marie slide in here? Do you have any questions for Catherine?
Market. Did you already say about that?
Yeah, we sure did.
Of course we did.
Oh, look at your shirt. First Friday night market.
Look at her. She's got her well on the square and all the things. And I'm going to let Lee Marie slide in here a couple of minutes early. And do you want to hang out for a minute? Do you want Catherine to hang out for a minute? Or
Sure.
You want to? Do you have time?
Yeah, I have leadership Robertson County this morning, so I can.
You can talk about that for a second, or do
Yeah,
you need
sure.
to go? Well, I'm going to slide out, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the sounder for my sweet friend Lee Marie and let her take over here for the Go Show, another full hour of local programming. And I'm going to slide out and go to EOCs and all the things happening up at Greenbrier. Get your kids to school on time, rested, laptops charged, all the things, because we need them to be at their best during testing in the school systems. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless. Have a great day.